Lag BaOmer is about this picture behind me, the Rebbe, the Rashbi of our generation, Rabbi Shimon Bar Yochai of our generation. My friends, the Rebbe sends us messages. You have to just listen. You have to be open to hearing it. Whether you're part of Anash, the Chabad fraternity, the Chabad household, whether you're Hasidic or not, for that matter, whether you're Jewish or not, the Lubavitcher Rebbe, the great tzaddik, helps us today, not pre-Gimel Tammuz, when his soul returned to its maker. Today, but you have to be willing to listen. Let me tell you one or two stories. So someone went out of town recently to buy some property, to do a project that actually was involving spirituality and outreach. It wasn't just a pure investment or a pure purchase in the sense of just to make money or just to buy a home, things like that. Anyway, the person goes out to the field, goes out with a realtor, goes here, there, and everywhere. Prices are still high. Sellers aren't coming down. He says, well, I'll go out another day again. That evening, the person receives a letter under his WhatsApp from a friend, a letter that was written by the Rebbe in 1984 to someone in Melbourne, Australia. And the Rebbe talks about the light of Hanukkah, inspiration, illumination, etc., etc. And at the end, there's a very unique PS. Seemingly, this person had written to the Rebbe that he wants to invest in buying buildings. And the Rebbe writes to him, now is not the time, and then he says, for the next 3 to 4 months, to invest money, and the money, he makes a symbol, a $, to invest money in buildings. The person said, and again, the person didn't open the Rebbe's letters, didn't think about writing to the Rebbe. The person already had planned their trip, was in the middle of their trip, was doing what they had to, and all of a sudden, boom, the person happened to be a Chabad Chassid, a follower of the Rebbe, comes across this letter. It comes onto his phone after a day of searching for property. Hey, now is not the time. In 3-4 months from now will be the time. That's the implication of the letter. Now, let's for a moment analyze this. You could say the letter wasn't written to me, to the person. I'm not investing just to make money. I'm looking to buy something for the purpose of Judaism, of Torah. You could find all kinds of excuses, and some are legitimate ones. But nevertheless, the believer in Hashem knows that what happens is everything that happens is Hashgacha Pratis, is HP, capital H, capital P, divine providence, Hashgacha Pratis, Pratit, specifically to your situation. It's tailor-made to you. God doesn't take away a person's free will. The Rebbe doesn't take away a person's free will. We need to have seichel, brains. We need to listen and not be, as we say in Yiddish, a oiber chacham. In English, a smart aleck. You're too smart for your own skin. Listen to the message and follow it, and you'll be so much happier at the end. And not losing money through a bad investment. B, through understanding that in 3-4 months from now, it is the right time to invest. Another story. A year ago, I was diagnosed with, I wasn't diagnosed. I couldn't see that well driving. I went to 3 different optometrists, and they said I have cataracts, and I need a cataract operation. Cataract operation today is like sneezing. It's not a big deal. I was about to do the operation. I happened to be somewhere, and someone asked me a question, asked me to look into the Rebbe's letters, and they had my book, The Rebbe's Advice, which has hundreds and hundreds of excerpts of the Rebbe's advice on life's issues. It's a good read and a very important one. And they asked me to look for something. So I opened up my own book and I started looking. And the first thing that hits me is the title, Cataracts. And I was the one who gave the titles to each excerpt. And the Rebbe writes there, and I translated it, that as long as you could see, you shouldn't operate. I said right away, I am not operating, even though it seems to be a simple operation. It's a year later, thank God, when I've been driving and I've been seeing. What'll be next year, I don't know. But right now, there was a message. Now here you can again say, hey, you were supposed to be looking for a piece of advice for the person who asked you about their particular issue. That's right. But if when I opened up just to find that place in the book, and the first thing that hits me is cataracts, obviously there's a message for me. Listen, here, we want everything to be open and clear. It doesn't work that way. If you're in tune with spirituality, if you're in tune with Chasidus, if you're in tune with Torah, if you're in tune with Tzaddikim, the messages come, but they come in different